I'm Been There, Done That. This is We're with Podcast Junkies.
Been there, but I have not done it yet.
Yeah, well, this is you doing it.
I've been there doing that.
What's up, everybody? I'm Podcastro, and this is the Been There, Done That podcast. What's happening, everyone? How you doing? It's nice to have you. Nice to see you. It's nice to be seen. It is so nice to have you coming back to another episode of Been There, Done That with your host, me, Podcastro. Guys, this year has been amazing so far, and I think we're in like the first week of it. This is insane. So we've had so many things happen. You know, I hope everyone has had an amazing new year. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all the good stuff. You guys are coming off of those. We got some New Year's resolutions. We got all these things. And today I'm so excited. But before we get into that, everyone's all into this new year, the New Year's resolution about mind, body, health, getting to your best self. And today, that is what I'm going to bring to you. I have someone that is in this field. We're talking about health, longevity. We're going to talk about things that are going to help your life expectancy go to, an extra 15 years, extra 20 years, because we all want to stay on this earth. And it's so important to pay attention to your health, to pay attention even to your loved ones' health. Like, people need some other people's help. You know, a lot of times we are here alone, and we're not alone, right? We have others that can help each other. We have resources now. It's 2026. Come on. All that stuff, worrying about your past, worrying about your health, and being like, oh, it'll be fixed. It's fine. I'm fine. No, we got to make a statement. In this 2026, I want you guys all to be healthier, to be better, to be the best version of yourself. And that's why I'm bringing on this next guest. So without further ado, I'm really, really excited to introduce. And it's really crazy. I think you meet people the best ways by being your true, authentic self, not putting on a face, not trying to be someone else. And they're new to our strip, and I love being a friendly neighbor. I love going out and meeting new people. So I saw them one day. Actually, it's a funny story. Once I invite my guest in, I'll tell him the story about this. So without further ado, I'm going to invite Darren in from Protocol 4. What's up, Darren?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Of course, man. Welcome. So I just got to tell you real quick. Welcome to the strip.
Appreciate it.
We have fun over here.
Absolutely.
We have a good time. I don't think maybe I did tell you. There was, when you guys first were moving in, I remember seeing you guys move those massive machines.
The hyperbaric chamber.
The hyperbaric chambers, which we're gonna get into because hyperbaric. What is that? I saw these guys moving these things for like 8.5 hours.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So I will be honest, I went over, I brought everybody some water. I was like, hey guys, I've seen you guys, you've been my entertainment for the day. I appreciate it. Here's some water, guys. And so it was so cool. And then we ended up actually meeting, and dude, we hit it off.
Absolutely.
A great vibe, great connection. And dude, I'm so happy to have you as a neighbor.
I appreciate you having me here. It's
dude, great. And so this is your first podcast.
Ever. Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. This is it.
All right. So I'm breaking his podcast. I don't know what we're going to call it. No, I'm not going to think of it, but your cherry's been popped.
My virginity's gone.
Exactly. So so Darren has this incredible company that he's been working with, but I want to actually found everything. So you've created all, but I need to know a little bit about you.
Okay.
All right. So Darren, take me down. Where are you from?
So originally from Long Island.
Okay.
I grew up, quickly went to college in Boston, went to Brandeis.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, the story is it's pretty interesting as far as how we got here, because there was a lot of mistakes, a lot of hiccups in the road. But at the end of the day, got here after college, I just wanted to help people feel good about themselves. So I wanted to start my own gym, sort of like a Lifetime Fitness, but I'm 51. So you're talking 30 years ago.
Okay.
Where the biggest gym in the world at that time was Ballet Total Fitness.
Now, did you always Oh, I know Ballet Total Fitness. I've heard of that place. But have you always had that drive to keep the health and all of that to help others?
I know you can't believe this, but back in the day, I was in really good shape.
Yeah, you
So,
are pretty
so
good shape.
I loved working out. I loved being in shape, and I loved making other people feel good about themselves in the gym. So I was a personal trainer. I loved training people.
Oh wow.
And so
All right.
after college, I wanted to build a gym. So the only way to do it is to start slow. Start at the bottom. So I got a job at Battle Total Fitness being a salesperson. And my job was to obviously bring people on, sell them on the membership, and hopefully get them in shape. The problem was 30 years ago, you had to sell them on a year, 3-year memberships. And they come in January, just like they're doing now. And they're like, oh, I want to do this. And you know, they're going to be there for a week and then they're going to stop. And I couldn't build a business on having people join for a year or two. And it was different. Now you can join for a month. It doesn't matter. But back in the day, it was 1 year pay up front. I couldn't build a business on integrity and take someone's money knowing they're not going to keep coming back. So that wasn't my route. And then I needed to make money. I wanted to build a family. And so I went into business and distribution, selling all different types of paper products. So,
but I want to say real quick, that foundation though, that tells you who you are. You weren't trying to just scam all these people. You're not trying to be here and say, yeah, I'll sell you this dream and then just take their money and then, not care. Like that's, especially down here, man.
I know.
It's huge.
Listen,
Huge.
Everyone makes mistakes. We all have our shortcomings, but integrity and character is everything. And so everything that we do at Protocol, my team, the culture we build, has to do around actually taking care of people and making an impact. There's money grabs everywhere with all these different types of modalities. We won't do it. We're not focused on the money grab. We have enough money. We're focused on actually making an impact to someone's health.
I love
So these machines, which hopefully we get to see or talk about at some point, the cutting edge technology is really making a difference in the world today.
Yeah, we're just we're teasing it right now because people don't know what it is yet. But we're gonna keep going. Let's go back to the paper. So you were in the paper industry.
So then I started. I was in the paper industry and just distribution. And at the time, we just I had to bring my brother in, who was actually at Brown Medical School at the time. So I have a very intelligent brother. And I thought there was a space there for manufacturing because I always was fascinated with manufacturing. I do not know how to turn a light switch on, but I understand the engineering, the process of how to manufacture a product and bring something that's not existent to existence. I'm creative that way. And so we got into manufacturing different types of paper products and wiping products. For instance, like, beverage napkins that have, a name on it.
Yeah.
So we would do stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So we built that out over the last 15, 20 years of manufacturing and logistics. And we would private brand for companies like Grainger, Staples, Home Depot Pro, Monsters. We would build.
Yeah, you're not targeting the little guy. You're on a massive scale.
And we had our own brand. We had a really nice brand. And then it just kept growing. And then during COVID, we were big anyway, but we were making paper products, but we were also making chemicals and wet wipes. So think about during COVID, we were making disinfectant wipes. So we were like bubblegum shrimp, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, everyone was coming to us. And so we got lucky enough, we were able to sell to a company called Essity, which is the largest paper company in the world, bigger than Kimberly-Clark, Georgia Pacific.
Holy
and
smoke.
So we kind of had my brother and I this was 3 years ago. Maybe 3.5 years ago now. And so we sold and we did really well. We were very happy. And I was 48 and I was retired. And that lasted about 2 weeks because I just have too much energy. And I'm like, all right, what can I do now? And at the time, I was actually being selfish. I'm like, what can I do to be the best version of myself? And I was just getting into these IVs, these peptides, all these new technologies. And half of it we know is bullshit, voodoo medicine. But I am the ultimate when it comes to buying stuff and failing at buying the wrong stuff. So I only do it once, but I've bought all different types of machines. And if you come over, you'll see the different types of machines that I've bought and that were successful, that actually work, and machines that do not work.
See, but that's the thing is, though, you've tried it. You've done them. So you have a perfect, hey, guys, I know you have that in your house. That might be good, but look, I got something better. You have that credibility, I guess, to be able to say, hey, look, I see what you're trying to do, but that's actually not the right thing to use in this situation. It'll probably be this would better fit you because you've been in that position.
And that's where I brought in the doctors. I mean, at the end of the day, these modalities are great, but utilizing peptides or doing IVs, you never know what they're putting in. So if it's not going to go in my body, I'm not going to put it in somebody else's body. So everything we do is the best of the best. And that's the only thing I'll take on is things that actually work, that are credible, that whether it's a pharmacy, whether it's a manufacturer that has the integrity to have the best product out there. That's the only thing we're going to do.
I love it. And so, okay, so having this, you got from the paper fund, now you wanted to kind of reflect on yourself, selfish, right? You wanted to say, hey, what is the best thing for me? But then where did this feel of like, this company needs to exist? Where did that come from?
It comes from frustration. So that's where it came from. You go to, you can walk down the block and there's 4 IV clinics med spas doing all this stuff. And you just go in there and they're like, let me just give you a vitamin B12 shot. That's what you need, or a vitamin D or an IV or a hangover bag. And I'm like, you don't even know who I am and what my health challenges are, but you know what to give me. I go, so I was very frustrated going to these IV lounges, be like, I could do this better. I could actually not focus on the IV. I can focus on the person. So I was focused on myself. What's in it for me? Why am I going to spend this money and do all these things if I'm not going to get better? So we just kind of flipped the script and said, it's not about the machines. The machines are an outcome of selling trust. And so I'm like, how do I have trust with these people? And I didn't. And a lot of them didn't know what their modalities did, how they did it. They're just trying to sell me a package. Just take 10 of these, you'll be fine.
Like, and our bodies don't, more and more, the more studies that are coming out, everyone is different. We have every person if we were all the same, we would all be eating. Every single meal would be the exact same thing. Right? All of that would be easy. But the whole challenge of it is saying, what do your body need that Ben might not need? Or what is your, that Paige might need? Or whatever the case may be, whoever it is, everyone is different. So
one size does not fit all.
Exactly.
And so
but they sell it that way.
I know they do. Well,
all these you just need this.
Yep. Well, I think what happens, and this is where the story comes from, how we started building protocols. When you have a cryo lounge and all you have is a cryotherapy machine or a cold plunge, that's what you have to sell, right? That's your business. So that's cold plunge is better than sauna. This is better than everything because that's the only machine that you have. So I was like, in order to do this the right way with complete integrity and character, you have to have all the machines. Because if you have all the machines, then the agenda is just to focus on the person. I'm not trying to sell you on a red light bed because that's the only thing I have, or my hyperbaric chamber because that's the only thing I have. If I have every single one of the modalities, every one, and remember, all these modalities are just tools to create an environment to have your body heal itself, right? They don't fix anything. They just put your body in an environment to allow that. So that was the agenda. Don't have an agenda on the machine. Have an agenda on what's in it for the guest, what's in it for the customer. And being able to do that, now, unfortunately, it takes a lot of money. Fortunately, I was able to spend a little bit of the money that I made when I sold my company on it. I made a ton of mistakes, a ton. I still make mistakes. But now we have a system where we have literally every possible modality you can think of, working with peptides and stem cells and exosomes, but now the cutting edge technology. So we just focus on what that health challenge is for the person. Because you're right. We have a different fingerprint.
Yeah.
There's no way I can tell you what to do if you have something and not be able to curate it for somebody else. That's what we do. We curate a protocol. And the reason why we call it Protocol 4 is because there's a protocol for everything. Every type of disease or health challenge is a protocol that we can curate, not for me, with our doctors. All I did is create the form with the machines to allow our doctors to create a protocol for you utilizing the machines.
See, that's something that people need to hear. And I want to dive a little bit deeper. I know a lot of you guys are listening and wanting to know, what are they talking about? What are the stuff that they have? We're going to get to it. But before we do that, I want to talk, you talked about mistakes, all right? And I think that's huge, especially a lot of people think failure is wrong. And I believe failure is the only way that you will become successful.
Absolutely.
You have to fail forward, right? I try and practice that a lot. I try and teach people, practice failing forward. Hey, you made a mistake on this one, but next week it's a better day. You're going to get better. You always take that step forward, right? Can you give the audience a little bit maybe of advice on failing, or maybe some of the mistakes that you made that almost maybe even led to success? Like, because that's sometimes that I see is an opportunity might not work out, but there's other opportunities to come, right?
Of course. I mean, look, I look at it as a hiccup. I don't look at it as a mistake. I evolve. Hopefully you can evolve from it. You don't make the same mistake twice, or at least 3 times, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it really stems from the frustration of either people trying to sell me something. I'm a very difficult person to sell to, because I don't trust anyone. You know, whatever hiccups have happened in my life, it's very hard to gain my trust. If you can gain my trust, you could sell me anything. It's for us, it was all about how do we build real trust without, quote, selling trust. We have to actually have the right forum. We have to have the right structure and programming for people to actually trust that it's got to work. And I was the guinea pig. So I would try all these things. I would try different types of red light beds, the mask, the one for the cap that does absolutely nothing. We tried it all. And so I realized very quickly what does work and what doesn't work from those, quote, hiccups or mistakes. And then we just started focusing on what are the best modalities. So I think it's important when you're going to any of these clinics, it really is about the trust of what you're trying to get out of it. And if they're not focused on you and they're focused on selling their IV and why their exosomes or their stem cells are the best, and they're not taking an MRI and they're not doing epigenetics and they're not doing blood work, they're focused on them. They're not focused on you. And it's critical that these places do that 180. Listen, I implore other places to do it. I just want to make an impact. If it's not with me, it doesn't matter. I'd rather it be as many people that we can impact to have a better lifestyle and not just deal with pain and be like, it is what it is. We don't believe in it is what it is. We make things happen. And just because I'm 51 and my knee hurts and my back hurts, I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to live with it for the rest of my life. I don't believe that.
And I love that. I think that's huge, especially in this world right now. I'm a huge believer of having an authentic person. I get this all the time, man, when people come in and they go, hey, how do I make money with a podcast?
Absolutely.
And I go, I'll be honest, if you have that mentality, you're not going to make money, because you're going to get involved in this and then you're going to say, why don't I see the outcome within 2 months, 3 months? And I'm going to say this is a business. You're investing your time. You have to put the time, and just like you would have a business, just like you would be trying to build something for you open a business, you think you're going to be rolling in dough and
I've been bleeding money for 2 years.
You know,
I'm all for it.
So my thing that I really try to advocate for people is it's a long run, but it's also, don't focus on that end. Oh, what can I make the money? Think about the relationships of a podcast. Like, we're here sitting, having a full-on conversation, right? We're becoming friends. We're becoming more than just a customer, right? That's not the whole goal of this. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, listen, there's other places that will take your money. They'll tell you this, they'll press a button and press start, and they'll walk away. I'm here to work with you. I'm here to build a relationship. I'm here for a long time. I want this to be a impact, so that even if you end up, say your podcast you leave,
right.
But I know that we had such a good a foundation that you're going to be like, well, hey, I mean, I got to give props to, Ben. He was the one that started me off.
Absolutely.
And so that's like a huge thing with being authentic, being you, being real, because if you're not real straight up and you're trying to sell, it's gonna fall through it eventually, right?
What I don't understand with certain people is you can actually make a tremendous impact on people's lives and make money if you do it the right way. It is not an either or. It can. So people are like, I'm in it for the money, or other people are like, I don't know how to make money. I'm just in it to help people. I'm like, you can actually do both if you have the integrity and your character to do so, and the money to spend. And we lose money all the time. I've been bleeding money for 2 years, and that's okay, because it's the journey. It's not about where I'm going to, it is a marathon, what you're saying. And it changes. every single one of these machines are evolving. I can't keep up. I have researchers on staff because I can't keep up with the technology. It's good in 3 years. There's going to be other machines out there, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean the machines we have now are perfect, but they're moving in the right direction. And as long as we're utilizing machines properly, we're safe. We take care of the guests or the customers. As they progress and as they get better, we buy them, and that's what we do all day long.
Exactly. And in my eyes, I feel like that also is such a like you see the growth. I think growth is huge, and that's what I really love seeing is someone starting and being like, Ben, I don't even know how to do a pod, what is
like me,
right? No, but this is the thing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Listen, you sat down and we're here having a great conversation. That's what it is.
Right.
You know, a lot of people are like, oh, podcast. But the more that you do it, the more you get comfortable. The more that you go, wait a second. I love doing it. I do this all day. I talk to people all day long. I could do this all day. You know,
the goal is to learn.
Exactly.
Get on a podcast. It's not about, listen, I'm never about promoting myself. I would love to promote the company a little bit, but I'm about learning.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this. And I'm hoping that someone may get something out of what I have. And if they don't live in Florida and they live in Idaho or California, that they go to a clinic or they go somewhere and learn about photobiomodulation or hyperbaric and what can that do something for me? That would be amazing.
All right. Cat's out of the bag. Let's do it. Let's go through a couple of things that we have. A couple of, I guess, what would you call the modalities?
Yeah, you call them modalities.
So let's go over a couple of the modalities over at Protocol 4.
Okay.
Because listen, I've been over there a couple times, and you've got like spaceships in there, man.
Yeah, Jetsons over there.
The Jetsons, like you walk in there, even the floor, like
yeah.
I'm in space.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome. Let's dive into it. Like let's talk a little bit about it. Give me some of the things that you have over there and what they do.
Okay. So I mean, we can really do a deep dive into the machines, but I'll give you an overview of some of the machines that we have. And again, all of these machines are just create an environment for your body to heal itself. And because sometimes, you know, our bodies, like, especially when we're inflamed or we have disease, it's like a traffic jam and you need oxygen or you need blood flow, you need plasma to go into the place or stem cells to go in and repair, whether it's a shoulder issue or maybe you have fibromyalgia or Lyme's disease. Everyone has a health challenge. So each one of these machines has its own technology and creates an environment for that to heal. So you look at hyperbaric, you can look at something called red light or photobiomodulation. Then there's something called PEMF, which people know is grounding, like walking on the beach grounded.
Yeah.
Now there's technologies for that. And there's other ones called acoustic therapy or sound therapy, which helps with inflammation. Wow. But your guests would be very bored if I just talk about it. I think the best thing for us to do is actually just go over there and show them what this stuff is and have you try some of the stuff.
Wait a second. So are you talking about making been there, done that come to life right now?
Let's do it.
Because the whole goal of this show is to do things that I've never done and then bring you back on and be like, wait, I've now been there and I've done that. Right. I would love to go. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and take these things. Let's take it from the podcast to Protocol 4 Health, and let's go show these people what we got going on over there.
Let's do it.
All right. Hey, guys, we'll be right back. You're going to love this video. We're going to do a little montage, and yeah, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I told you we were doing an in-studio podcast, but now we got to get into the Longevity Lounge, Protocol 4. I'm with Darren, and I think we're going to get a full tour.
You're going to get a full tour, and most importantly, understand what Longevity Lounges in the future are going to look like.
And this is what it's supposed to look like. Come on, guys, check it out. Darren, this place. We got so many. We got machines over here. We got machines. We got hydro flasks. We got this. What is this? We got all this, man.
So there's a lot. So it looks like you're in a Jetsons movie, but if you break it down, it's much simpler than that, right? At the end of the day, all of these modalities, whether you're looking at, you know, a PET hyperbaric chamber, photobiomodulation or red light chamber, PEMF mats that are outside, the goal is not about the actual machine. The goal is about the health challenge. So what we do different, and what hopefully more Longevity Lounges will be doing, is we focus on you. So if you go into a health challenge, whatever that health challenge may be, you're young, so you don't have arthritis yet. Maybe you don't have any autoimmune conditions, but if you do want to just focus on, let's pretend, anti-aging.
Yeah.
everyone with anti-aging has different types of symptoms. And so we focus on looking at the symptoms, looking at your blood work. We're not about guessing here. Everything is about measuring. So even though you want to try a red light or you want to jump at a cold plunge, why? The goal is what is it actually going to do for you? So from these systems, we will create diagnostic tests depending on what health challenge or deficiency you may have. Once you do the tests, we give it to our doctors and they create the protocol based on peptides or stem cells or just these machines of what you need to do, in what duration, how we layer it, because jumping in a red light before hyperbaric is very important than jumping in a hyperbaric before red light. And there are reasons why. So this is what we do. We don't, as we say, we don't guess, we measure. And then what we'll do is we'll create a protocol with our doctors specifically curated for you, depending on what that health challenge is.
Wow.
So people want to come and they want to jump in the red light bed. I want to see what it feels like. That's fine. That's great. We have day passes and stuff. But the goal is not the machines. The goal is what can these machines do for you in order to curate and fix your health challenge.
That's awesome. So you're really not here to just say, oh, try. It's like, hey, we're going to find out what's going to benefit you.
Yes.
So like me, I'm coming in here, I'm like, oh, I want to try all these things, but you're going to say to me, hey, we're going to do your blood work, we're going to get all this stuff, and maybe you might not even need this.
Right.
Because your body's going to will benefit more with this, right?
And your blood and your epigenetics will teach us the way of what we need to do for you. Now, some people just love coming in and trying stuff.
Definitely.
Let's do it. Let's get you in a chamber. Let's have you try the red light so you can see what it feels like. Because even if I tell you you have to be in a hyperbaric chamber for the next 30 days and you can't get in one, then that's not going to help you. So we have to make sure that you can utilize the modalities first. Then we look at your epigenetics and blood work, and then we combine the two.
All right, Darren, let's go try some of these modalities. I'm ready. I'm excited.
All right, so before we do that, we always want to prep the cells. We want to make sure that whatever we utilize, your cells almost like a Control-Alt-Delete for your body. So let's start with the PEMF mat, and then from there we'll go to different modalities.
Okay, sounds good. I'm new to all this, so I need to know step by step because I want you guys also to know. So you're coming into this is gonna help you with longevity. It's gonna help your health. That's what we're trying to do. So let's start with that.
Let's do it.
All right, Darren. All right, what we got here, man? This looks like I'm in a movie from the future. I have no idea what this is. You got to give me a little information on it.
Okay, so basically what people remember is it's called a hyperbaric chamber. What a lot of people know as a hyperbaric chamber is like this little, almost like a little cylinder that you lay in.
Okay.
A lot of people know it for the guy with the iron lung.
Oh,
he had to live in it his whole life.
Yes.
And other people that get the bends when they go deep underwater, they have to go into this. The technology has increased. The clinical trials on a hyperbaric chamber is extremely profound now. And so these chambers really can get rid of inflammation. The amount of things that oxygen and pressure can do for your body is undeniable. There's clinical studies around it. But what we needed to do is we need to get people away from laying down and feeling claustrophobic. A lot of people are claustrophobic.
I myself am a little claustrophobic.
So now the chambers are sit-down chambers. It really feels like you're in a first class, like an airline lounge. And so you could sit down, you could put your feet up. There's glass in the front. So if you want to just try it, just sit down in there. There's a face mask in there. And all you're going to do is you're going to feel what it's like to have some oxygen and pressure.
All right.
That's it.
We're trying it.
Very simple. We just. Now, Ben can't hear anything. So I'm putting the phone on so you can hear what I'm saying. Otherwise, I could talk bad about you. You won't know. But now he's in there. And he would stay in there depending on what the health challenge is, what the duration will be, whether it's 30 minutes, most of the time it's 60 minutes or 90 minutes. But as you can see, there's a lot more room in here and it's a little bit more comfortable than a regular hyperbaric chamber that people have.
Yeah, I'm not feeling, I hope you can hear me, but
you can't hear, so I'm gonna open you up so you can talk. Otherwise, they won't hear you.
I'm not feeling claustrophobic at all. This is insane. This is so cool. I feel like I'm on a 5-star, I don't even know. This is awesome. Very, very cool. This one is called the Cocoon. I'm really excited for this one. I actually have spent one time in here before, but we're gonna talk about the benefits of this. Check out this. Look at the lights. This thing lights up. It gets a little warm, I believe,
It's
right?
very warm.
So tell us a little bit about this machine.
So this machine really is made with contrast therapy with one of the other machines we have. Basically what this machine is, it's a few modalities in one. So if you can lean back, what it does is it has red light, which is great for inflammation. Your head will stay out.
Ooh.
So this is, and it will get warm. So this has red light. It also has PEMF.
Oh yeah, I already feel it getting warm.
Yeah, which is like that mat. So it's like a dry sauna. The goal coming here is not to have where it's a gym where you have a shower, you're doing all this stuff. Everything here you can use with either gym clothes, which I prefer. You can wear a suit if you want, but gym clothes is more comfortable. But this has red light, PEMF, ozone therapy. It has multiple modalities in one, because who has 4 hours a day to do this stuff? If you're gonna have a half hour, you come in, you jump in for a half hour, and then you get out, you go do whatever you gotta do for your life.
Wow.
But this will give you a 3-in-1 as far as, and it'll get warm.
Yeah, it's already warm. I'm already feeling it. It's already getting warm. This is pretty cool, and I feel like a bean in here. Peace up, everybody. Yeah. No, very, very, very interesting.
And what's good about all of these, even if you're a little claustrophobic, these things lift up very easy. So if you needed to take a break, you have autonomy. You have the control to be able to have that break. Other facilities, you're just stuck.
Imagine being.
Doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
So this is a very relaxing PEMF mat. It's very strong. So PEMF, it's called pulse electromagnetic fields. A lot of people know it as grounding. This is grounding at a much stronger level than walking on the beach or putting your feet in dirt or sand. The whole idea is that it's almost like a Control-Alt-Delete at the cellular level for your cells. You want to prep your cells that they are awake and ready to absorb something, some type of frequency, some type of, to create angiogenesis, to basically have your mitochondria, your ATP, your energy to go. So this is a great first step to just prep you and get you going.
Wow, this is cool. It's starting to heat up a little bit.
It
And
heats
like,
up a lot.
you know what's really cool? I don't know if Daniel can come in here real quick. All of these are stones.
All stones.
These are all individual stones, different colors,
This.
which is crazy, which kind of blew me away. I had no idea. So, and it's starting to heat up a little bit. I feel like
Yes.
very, very interesting.
What this will do for me at night, I have a problem staying asleep. I can go to sleep no problem, but I wake up 3 or 4 times. My mind's just spinning. I lay on this 20 minutes before I go to bed, and I am out for the night.
Really?
No Xanax, no gummies, no anything. This will knock me out. So at night, this is a complete reset for sleep patterns.
And you feel, when you wake up, feel like refreshed,
Completely
like all
it
that?
changes your REM sleep
Wow.
completely. It's an unbelievable product.
And you just have these out, so people, if they're walking by Protocol 4, they can come and sit on these all day long,
Let
you
it
know?
try it. Especially if they're having a stressful day. You lay on this for 15 minutes and that stress just fades away.
Wow, unbelievable. All right, Darren, you gotta tell me. I mean, first off, that's one of the first things I look at, this blue illuminating light that's coming off from here. And then you're telling me this is the cold plunge? Like, how?
So this is called the cryo float. So
cryo
cold
float.
plunges are great. Cryotherapy is great, but it is very difficult to get in. And for a lot of people, it's very difficult to get out after you're freezing.
Yeah.
And I have a cold plunge. I have like the plunge that I bought on my balcony in my place, and I never use it because it's just too painful. So what we tried to do is create a platform where people, whether you're 70 and you have a knee issue or a hip issue, or you're just not going to do the cold plunge, they have what's called the cryo float. So what happens is if you get on this, and you will feel it, you can go on with your clothes. Normally,
clothes on?
absolutely,
Okay.
clothes, shoes. Normally, again, it would be gym clothes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this you will feel.
Oh, wow,
You
already.
can see that it's stiff, right?
Yeah.
This way you can lay on it, you're not worried, but it's cold.
It is cold.
So what we do is after that, all we're gonna do is put you under. We press a button and now that's gonna lower you down. You can put your head down and relax.
Oh, wow.
That's gonna lower you into the water.
Oh.
And it's really gonna make you cold.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's cold.
So what you'll do is you'll stay on this for about 4 or 5 minutes. And then you will jump from this back into the cocoon to heat up. So it's called contrast therapy. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Now the biggest issue when you're in the cold plunge and you're older and your hips, now I'm gonna get you out soon.
All right.
It's hard to get out, and some people have major issues. Because of the technology in this, all I gotta do is press this button, and it's gonna lift you back up, so you don't have to worry about getting out or hurting yourself. but this will lift you, and you'll see it's going to lift you right back up. And
Oh
back
yeah, I
up
already
front.
feel. Yeah, I feel it grounded. Yeah.
It's going to come right back up.
And what do you also put over top? Do you?
You can. So this is almost like a blanket. So if you want to get really cold and you're one of those guys, we'll put the blanket on you and you will be freezing.
Wow, that's awesome.
But
That's
notice
awesome.
when you get up, you're not falling in. I mean, it's a really nice waterbed that's cold.
Yeah.
The difference is you're dealing with these clinics that have cold plunges or gyms that have cold plunges. If I go in a cold plunge and I haven't taken a shower in 5 days and I have all this bacteria on me, and then you go in, think about what you're catching.
Yeah.
Women get UTIs all the time in hot tubs. They're getting UTIs now in the cold plunge. So we tried to create something that obviously I just wipe this down with a sanitizing wipe or a disinfecting wipe. 30 seconds later, someone else can go on it. No bacterial infections.
Incredible.
So trying to stay away from that.
Yeah, and I love this. This is revolutionary for the cold plunge. So, all right, Darren. So we just did the cold plunge. That was sick. I am a little chilly right now, but you were like, wait, now after the cold plunge, it's usual we go to the red light, right?
And there's red light, and then there's red light. So this is a tremendous red light chamber. This is really made for athletes. We also make it for people that are a little bigger than the average person. So you can go up to 350 pounds in this, no problem.
Oh, wow.
And when you open it up, you can just see how big this is.
Wow.
It's a monster cabinet. So for people that are, tall basketball players, football players, they can fit in it. The most important thing is not that they fit in it, but what does it do? So a lot of red light therapy just has red light. We have all the lights. So blue light does something special. Green light does something special. So when I turn this on, and we won't get into the specifics because you can go online and check it out or ChatGPT it. But when you turn this puppy on, and you literally only need it for about 10 minutes, but I'll show you when you turn this on, this basically has all the spectrums.
Holy.
So if you look on the back, you will see red, you will see
my
green,
God.
you will see purple, you will see white, you will see yellow. Very powerful.
Wow.
And each one does something different. So if you were targeting, let's say you have eczema or you have psoriasis, you're laser focused on your skin. That's blue light. So what I can technically do is come over here. I might have to pause it. Let me just pause this for a sec. Stop here. I come over here and now I'm just going to put blue light on because that's your protocol. I take all these others off, come here, and now you want eczema, we just do blue.
Wow.
So each one, again, it's all based on the protocol of what our doctors tell us you need after you do the intake, after you do the epigenetics and the blood work. So all we did here is create a tool or a lounge to have the doctors tell us what we need to do with our machines to make you be the best version of yourself.
That's incredible.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing here, a protocol for, and that's why I love this. This is you don't care about the equipment. It's more about the person, and that's what's the beauty about it.
It's all about the person.
And this is
That's what it's about. The equipment and utilizing it is just an outcome. So now I want you to try this puppy.
all right. I'm gonna try this one, guys. This one's gonna be.
This
pretty
will warm you up.
All right, this will warm me. I'm a little chilly. All right, we're throwing these puppies on. All right, we're getting into the
Red light.
red light, but we're gonna have a bunch of lights, not just red light.
The spectrum.
The spectrum. All right. Oh
Are
man.
you ready? Now you're gonna warm up pretty quick.
All right, hands by my. All right.
And you can see how much room you have. Even when you're inside, you still have a lot of room left.
Holy smokes.
But watch this.
Wow. Instantly.
You're gonna get warm pretty quick.
Holy smokes. Yeah, I feel that.
And we have fans on. We can put the fan on high so it gives you a little bit better sense. But normally, depending on your deficiency or what your challenge is, it's between 10 and 20 minutes is all you need in this chamber.
Now, this is like nowhere. I know this is gonna sound silly, but like a tanning bed. This is nothing in those matters, right?
Yeah, you will not get tan in here. It is very safe. It doesn't have any of that type of radiation, but it is a glorified tanning bed from 1985, right? It's just a little bit bigger and it actually takes care of your body internally and externally with it.
Wow, man, I'm already heating up. I feel it. I mean, like I said, you're not gonna feel the actual. You're just gonna feel the warmth from the light, but each of those lights go to a different level. I'm assuming, right? Of your
Absolutely.
skin, tapping into all these different. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Holy smokes!
I'll shut it off so I don't want you to get too warm. But this is all about mitochondria. Crazy, right?
It's crazy.
And this is mitochondrial function. This is what's called ATP, or your energy for your mitochondria. The red light will get rid of all that inflammation. So if you're systemically inflamed or you have a problem with your knee, this is good for hair growth. Like you see all those caps?
Yeah.
You know, you're dealing with those caps have a watt of 15 or 20 watts for the cap. This has 6,500 watts. So think about how much deeper, how much stronger this is if you want to regrow hair or do something with your skin or something internally going on.
Wow, that's incredible. The amount of heat you feel from, I mean, it feels like it's working. Like
yeah.
I feel like you get in that, like I like the pod.
Yes,
right?
cocoon.
The cocoon, I really like that. It's different, it's similar, but different, right?
Completely different. And different technology, and they do completely different things for the inside of your body.
You got everything here at Protocol 4. So, hey, I think we should jump back over to the studio.
Got one more thing for you.
Oh, we
you
got
haven't
one
seen.
Oh.
This one you're gonna feel right away.
Oh, okay. All right, what do we, yeah.
This is called acoustic therapy or electromagnetic stimulation. This is some new technologies that are coming out. This you're gonna feel immediately, and you can keep all your clothes on. I'm gonna just put it on your shoulder or your back, and you will feel stimulation.
All right, so what do we got over here? We got something.
So this is a machine that we created. It's a 3-in-1 machine for acoustic therapy. So you have electromagnetic therapy, which actually I don't even need to touch you, but you will feel it as almost like not getting electrocuted, but you'll feel a pulse.
Okay.
And all this does is open blood flow. So if you have issues with ED, you have issues with your knee, your shoulder, this will open up the blood flow to actually repair it.
Okay.
Now the only issue is, I think you said you had surgery at some point in your shoulder. You have
Yeah, I have a chest plate and 15 screws in there
Yep.
as well.
So this we cannot use on your shoulder. That's why it's important for us to do that intake. Understand what your, I want to say deficiencies, but what are the things that have happened in the past. So with that, we also have things that we can use, like red light. This is a class 4 red light to get rid of the inflammation. Or we have what's called radial shock wave, which we can use around the muscle for tendons and ligaments and joints.
Okay.
So this one I will try because you will feel it without me touching you, but we'll do it on your knee.
Okay.
Okay, it won't hurt, but this is made for inflammation. So if I turn this on, I'll keep the intensity low. I don't want to hurt you. I'll bring the intensity down to 25%.
Okay, all right.
You will feel it.
Oh, wow. Holy smokes. Yeah.
You feel that?
Yeah, I do.
Now if I put it on your quad, I'm
wow.
only at 25% with clothes on. So if you had an issue with your knee, you would feel it.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Oh, whoa. Whoa, that's crazy, man.
Right, so we'll keep it in a spot, whether we hold it with a plate or we hold it by hand, depending on if you have a lower back issue, upper issue. People have carpal tunnel, so they put it on their hand, they put it on their, you could put it here. You'll feel it everywhere.
That's incredible.
Yep, so this is called electromagnetic stimulation. What we do with this is we will actually map you. So if you're like, my knee hurts, and people are like, my knee hurts, and it's really not their knee, it's their IT band, or it's it's something's going on in the piriformis or their lower back. So we'll map your leg, and there will be spots you'll be like, ooh, I feel it there. That's where we circle, and then we start using radial shockwave for that spot, because that's where it's really coming from. So it's almost like a traffic pattern, but the actual accident is somewhere else, creating the traffic. We're getting to the accident. We got to fix the dam, but we got to fix where it's coming from, and then the traffic starts flowing again.
Wow.
That's what these machines do.
Incredible. That thing, you definitely can feel that. And that was only at 25%?
25.
Oh.
At 50, you'll be jumping out of your seat.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Darren, thank you so much. That was a very cool. All right, Darren, you had me hooked up. We did some really cool modalities. Thank you so much. I want to get back into the studio. Maybe we could talk a little bit more about what's next for Protocol 4.
Love it.
All right. Guys, that was incredible. I hope you enjoyed that video because, one, we had so much information on there and you got to learn about every piece of modality that you do have at Protocol 4. But, man, I hope you guys got to, you guys need to come here and experience it. But we had so many different things to just go on over there. I had, the red light. We had the hyperbaric. We had the magnetic. What was that called? The
shockwave.
The magnetic
acoustic therapy.
Yeah, acoustic therapy. So, listen. Oh, the cold plunge. That one was really fun. That one, you get sunk down into that bed, and then you put oh my gosh, and I kept all my clothes on.
Yes.
It was just awesome, and all of this stuff. The one thing I will say, I am a little claustrophobic, and that hyperbaric chamber didn't make me feel that way. And I think that's something for a lot of people to understand is as we are evolving and as technology grows, the more we can make it, I guess, what's the word?
It's user friendly.
Yeah, exactly. You knew exactly what I was,
These
that's
things
exactly what I wanted to say. Everyone that can go, anybody can use it.
Correct.
And you don't have to lay down. It's not a trouble to get in there. And you made me feel very safe. The fact that if something goes, there's a emergency, there's no way that you could get stuck in there.
Listen, when people come there, there's a lot of fear. There's fear of the unknown. You're 70 years old and the doctors are like, this is the way it is. So we're coming in and be like, this is not the way it is. So you're like, are these people full of shit? The machines look really cool. So they have fear, they have trust issues. Our goal as a lounge is just to really teach and educate people that you don't have to have these type of fears. These machines don't hurt, they actually help. Trust is an issue, right? Because there are a lot of people out there for the money grab. But if you start looking at the machines and seeing what they're capable of doing, and you go to a place, whether it's ours or somebody else's, and they have the right equipment, at least you're in the right place.
Yeah.
Whether they're doing it in the right order, that might be something different depending on your doctor. But that's the goal, to come to a place like this and experience what these new technologies are and see if you want to buy one for home or you want to come to a lounge and experience with friends. We have parties there. I mean, everyone has their own path, right?
Yeah.
So people like doing it together and sort of like a community. And some people don't want anyone knowing what they're doing. And we have other lounges that are just private events for people that are either celebrities or our billionaire friends that don't want anyone knowing anything that's going on.
I love that. And you know what? It just kind of sparked a, I don't know, fire in my brain that we should definitely, 2026, we're going to have parties with you and me. And I want to get those people over here and interview them. Tell me, how do you feel? Let's get some actual testimonies that we can tell audience. They can let you know that this is something that has worked. This is where the longevity is going to. This is where the lifespans, this is how we extend it and find the healthiest version of ourselves.
Absolutely.
And so as we wrap up this podcast, I do want to ask, what's next for Protocol 4? What do you have in store? What are some things that we can look forward to in the future?
So I just got back from a conference called A4M in Vegas, and it's really like one of the biggest longevity conferences around. And what you'll find is what I have now, at least for the next year, is the newest technology. And so we implore people to come, take a look, try the machines, test them out, see if you either would do it or you like them. We are selling a lot of these machines to hotels, to gyms. Because at the end of the day, everyone has a gym now in their hotel.
Yep.
Everyone has a spa, but no one has a real wellness clinic. A wellness clinic is not a cold plunge and a sauna. It's a great beginning, but that's not what a real clinic is. What we just witnessed is what the clinics of the future are going to look like. They're going to have every single modality, being very comfortable in those modalities, and so they have an agenda to just take care of that guest. And that's where it's going. And that's what we want to help with.
I love it. And there was something that I didn't touch base on, but I did want to just kind of mention it. You guys have like a face scanner or something over there, don't you?
We do. So, we focus right now on external optimization and internal optimization. We focus today just on internal optimization.
Yeah.
But we do have an entire line of aesthetics. We have medical estheticians. And so there's a face analyzer that can really at a very high level, a magnifying level, look at your skin, understand your collagen, where your shortcomings are, where you're shining, and then we can curate an actual aesthetic protocol for you based on what your skin type is and what your skin is available to do with it.
That's an unbelievable technology nowadays. It's just growing, and there might be. I think that might mean that we're gonna have to have a part 2, Darren, and we're gonna probably be doing this all throughout this year. So you better get ready.
Now, look, your face is perfect, so there's not much we can do with it. But maybe we can do it on mine because I have a lot of.
Are you kidding
we
me?
can play around with a lot of this.
Hey,
so.
when I'm your age, I hope that I look like you, man. Like people don't even know this guy. Anyways, he's doing what he's doing right. He's supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing it. Last thing for the audience. where can people get in touch with you? Where can they find your website? Where all that good stuff?
So website Protocol for Health with the number 4. So it's Protocol number 4 Health.
Okay.
Obviously, we have a place in Boca. We're opening up, or we just opened up a place on Palm Beach. So right on Flagler Avenue in between West Palm and Palm Beach, we're there. We have a lot more facilities popping up.
I love that. That's
Stay
big.
tuned.
I cannot wait. You guys, we've got Darren here. Darren, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day. I really appreciate you coming in here. Great neighbor, man. I'm looking forward to what's to come in this new 2026. And guys, you guys want to stay tuned. You guys want to hear about Protocol 4. Remember, we're all about health this year, getting us to the best version of ourselves. And yeah, guys, this has been a really good episode. So, Darren, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Daniel, thank you so much. Lindsay, thank you so much. Shout out to the whole crew over there at Protocol 4. And guys, stay tuned because we got some big things coming this year.